I'm gonna like this matchup. Dennis Santos versus JP Cawilan. Two guys who plays almost exactly the same modern-day bigs who can put that ball on the floor, but more importantly, can stretch it out and make that three. Very exciting matchup we have here.
Manliguez tried to make a pass to Santos on the left corner. Valenzuela. Quezon City gets the steal. Cawilan leaves it for Ballesteros, and Kuya Bale will score the first 2 points of this game.
A few years back, that would have been a slam para kay Jason Ballesteros, but still the same 2 points for Ballesteros. Good way to start the game para sa QC.
Ballesteros only played 9 minutes. Coach Ege Macaraya decided to rest him in that game against Bacolod, with the outcome already being ensured para sa kanila. Ribogsang missing from 20 feet. The offensive rebound going to Valenzuela. That was Mark Montuano working hard underneath.
And Dennis Santos getting that rebound. We know that this guy is about 6'5", but I want to know how long is the wingspan nitong si Dennis Santos. I'm sure it's way longer than his height. Just looking at the length of that arms.
Siguro mga 6'10 yung wingspan.
I would not be surprised. That's why he's able to get rebounds. Yung mga challenges niya, minsan nagtataas lang siya, and it's already a good challenge para dito kay Dennis Santos. But you look at the averages, you just look at the numbers. That is how important itong si Dennis Santos para dito sa Valenzuela. 12 points and 4 rebounds a ball game. So every time he does not play for this team, it really hurts their offense because of how important he is para dito sa Valenzuela.
Splitting his charities there on his first trip to the line in this game. Cawilan hands it off to Mosqueda. Chino still has it. That familiar looking teardrop goes down.
The strength of Chino Mosqueda. Has that strong drive, but whenever given that space, he has that soft floater. And that's going to be the first 2 points para dito kay Chino.
Santos has been aggressive in looking for his shots here in the first quarter. That's a travel against Rivogsang as he tried to get a shot off against one of the best shot blockers, not just the MPBL has seen, but the whole of Philippine basketball,
yes, right.
Jason Ballesteros.
That's right. Jason Ballesteros, one of the best rim protectors we've had in the country, playing for Gilas 1. That is the main reason why he had a lot of opportunities here in Philippine basketball, because of the way he protects that ring.
3-point lead for the Toda Action. That's Michael Arel, lines up a 3 and makes it.
So far, Quezon City playing the better offense here in this ball game. Much more smoother, much more action para sa QC.
More than 2 minutes have gone by here in the opening quarter. Cyrus Baguio looking inside to Daryl Manliguez. Manliguez back out to Cyrus. Baguio knocks down that three-pointer.
Cyrus Baguio, this guy, given that space, still has that shot. He's not been scoring a lot here in this season, but in a game like this, where he knows na importante na ang bawat game, he is gonna step up big time.
Baguio has only been averaging 4 points per game this season as Abdul Sawat scores there para sa Quezon City. Baguio back with it. Ugsang at the middle against Ballesteros. They swing the ball to the left side. It's back in the middle. Ugsang takes it near the free throw line and drains it.
And that's the best way to actually challenge out itong si Jason Ballesteros. Put someone who can shoot it from the mid-range or even stretch it out. And Reeve Ugsang might be the best guy to challenge out Jason Ballesteros.
Ballesteros could not finish. That's going to be a foul against Quezon City.
Accidental hit by Jason Ballesteros. He wanted to tap it out, pero tatamaan niya itong si Dennis Santos.
His three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Cyrus Kairos Baguio, Philippine basketball legend. Lucky to having him play dito sa liga ng bawat Pilipino. Lead is 3 for Quezon City. Manliguez almost lost it. He recovers, gives it up anyway. Mosqueda forward to Abdul Saud for the easy 2 points.
And U to UE connection right there. Quick run. One thing that QC has is that youth. So expect a lot of running na manggagaling dito Quezon City, especially after making 51 fast break points in that last game.
Baguio crossover into the lane. Tried to give it up to Ugsang. It wasn't ready for the pass. Still some time on the shot clock here for Val City. And Ugsang able to kiss it off the
I
glass.
just love how ready Reeve Ogsang is whenever he is inside the court. And this will force Jason Ballesteros to challenge out against Reeve Ogsang. He's already had 2 jumpers here in the ballgame. Eventually, that will lead an open attacking lane para dito sa Valenzuela.
Ugsang only played 3 minutes against the Abra Weavers. He was looking forward to more playing time considering that was his former team. He was so excited to try and have sort of a revenge game against the Weavers last Saturday. Unfortunately, he did not get the opportunity, but here he's making the most out of this starting nod given to him by Congressman Eric Martinez. Mosqueda fakes the pass. That teardrop won't go. Ballesteros keeps it alive. Mosqueda out to Michael Are this time. Are hit a 3 earlier. That bounces in. That's 2 outside shots to start the game para kay Mike Are.
Oh, they call that the shooter's bounce. Might have missed on the first attempt, but enough ang spin for it to be able to enter the ring. Either way, that's still a 3-pointer. 6 points para kay Mike Are.
Missed his only 3-point attempt in the last game. Talk about Mike Are. Sawat gets the pass from Mosqueda, and Quezon City is loving it here at the start of the game.
You know, all season long we talk about the scoring prowess of Chino Mosqueda, but one thing we don't talk about is how skilled this guy is in creating for his teammates, gathering the defense on the jump, dropping it to Abdul Sawat, and once again, that Bulldog to Warrior connection will end in success.
Sampalok to Recto is featured in our fast break of the game, brought to you by SportsMax, powered by Playmax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. A win to the max. Quezon City up by 8, 4 minutes and 28 to go here in the first.
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban sa Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
Mga kaliga, inaanyanahan namin kayong lahat sa ating All-Star Day on September 7 at the Mayor Vitaliano Agan Coliseum in Zamboanga City as we showcase the brightest stars of the MPBL, of course, for our North versus South All-Star Game, our slam dunk contest, and our 3-point shootout, as well as our executive game between the top owners and the top executives in our league. Sawat completes the 3-point play para sa Quezon City. 17-8 na ang ating tala. Santos against Abdul Sawat. Montuano to set the screen, pero di naman ginamit yun ni Dennis. Paulo Hubalde in the game for the first time for Congressman Eric Martinez. Quezon City is off and running again. Are able to finish.
That's going to be a big advantage para sa Quezon City. If your bigs can put the ball on the floor and try to outrun the opponent, then they will be able to get easy buckets off that fast break. JP Kawilan showing his skills.
Quezon City had 51 fast break points against Bacolod. Now they have 10 after that Mosqueda basket.
And everybody is out and running. You have to credit the defense. They make the turnovers and automatically they go out and run. Here in this ball game, that is a game plan set out by the QC team, and everybody on the bench now warming up. The second unit still ready to run.
Mark Montuano ends the short silence for Valenzuela with that 3-point shot. Quezon City having a similar start to how they started the game against the Bacolod City of Smiles. Sawat onto the left side. Kawilan left wide open. That rebound belongs to Dennis Santos. Ubalde looking inside. Santos fakes the 3. Drives hard against Ballesteros. The Dipsy Do won't drop. Here comes Kawilan. Mosqueda. Cross court to Michael Are. He's had the hot hand for Quezon City. That's short. The Aquaman will slow things down here para sa Valenzuela. Montuano, jab step, puts up the shot, gets it to go.
Usually a guy who only shoots mid-range shots, but Mark Montuano really wants to be able to cut into the lead. 2 straight threes para dito kay Mark. Quezon City starting out strong, but quick answers coming from Mark will make this a manageable lead.
A 6-2 run here para sa Valenzuela on the heels of the 2 threes of Mark Montuano, cutting this QC advantage to just 7. We'll be right back. Montuano top scored for Valenzuela in that game against his former team, the Abra Weavers. 13 points, 9 of which came in the second half. 6 out of 8 from the field, plus 4 rebounds for the former Bacoor City striker. Tonight, Montuano with 6 points on 2 out of 2 shooting from the outside. Andre Armenion has come in for Valenzuela together with Carl Brian Lakap and Ladis Lepalam. On the other side, Jonas Tibayan, Rin William Bing, as well as Andoy Estrella and Jonathan Jesalem have come on for Cochegay Macaraya. Bailout foul there para sa Valenzuela as Quezon City was running out of time on their shot clock.
Different game plan para sa QC. Platoon substitution, all 5 guys getting a rest. Let's see if this 5 can retain the energy being brought out by the first.
That's an illegal screen set by Tibayan. Greatly sold by the Aquaman, Paulo Hubalde.
Now, this is a chance para sa Valenzuela to actually take advantage of this next 5 of QC. It's not as young and it's not as fast as the starting 5 that was brought out by QC. And this 5 on the other end of Valenzuela is veteran-laden, especially led by the Aquaman and Paulo Hubalde. So let's see how they answer the start of Quezon City.
De Los Santos puts the ball on the deck, being defended here by Rin William Bing. De Los Santos slippery going to the basket, but just short on the shot. Estrella had this pass almost picked off by the Valenzuela defense. 2 screens set here. He'll use the Tibayan one. Estrella gives it away. Armenion, what a step through there against 3 blue shirts on the break.
That's why I always love itong si Andre Armenion. He's not playing the main ball handler right here, but put to the 2 position, he can still play it perfectly, can stretch out the floor, will also leak out if needed. And if you have Paulo Hubalde looking out for you, this is going to be a good combo for Valenzuela to end the first quarter.
Andre Armenion missing on the first free throw.
Masyado ata nating nabate agad si Andre Armenion, missing on the first free throw.
Armenion was 0 out of 8 in that game against Abra. 0 out of 3 from the outside, but was 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. And here he splits his charities. 2-2-1 zone press for Valenzuela, broken easily by Quezon City. Yambing could not finish. Ubalde quickly to Armenion. A kick out to Lakap. Masyado malakas. De Los Santos gets to the long rebound. Ubalde working the defense of Jesalem. Doesn't use the De Los Santos pick. Ubalde could not hit. Armenion tried to get the offensive rebound, but it ended up with Ray Bienes. Estrella rejects the pick. Estrella.
It's a push.
Too strong on that floater. There's a push against Mike De Los Santos.
It's half-court setup versus half-court setup the past 2 minutes para dito sa QC tsaka Valenzuela. Actually, slower pace we're having.
Jesalem triggers from the baseline. Yambing launches quickly, and he knocks that down.
Finally, a bucket for this next 5 nitong Quezon City. Renwil Yambing has been trying the whole second quarter, but that's going to be his first bucket right here.
Ubalde gets his own miss, forces it up. He was fouled there. Great show of sportsmanship by Jonas Tibayan to help him get back up.
Paulo Ubalde at his age is still playing terrific basketball. No one would believe this guy's above 40, am I right?
Yeah.
This guy is well above 40, but look at the numbers. Almost a triple-double average with 8.6 rebounds and 7 assists. Actually, kakwentuhan ko si Tonino Gonzaga. Zags is about in his mid-30s. And I was asking him, until when do you want to play? And he was saying, kung kaya ni Paulo Ubalde, kakayarin natin lahat. But of course, it's all gonna be up to you on how you will be disciplined to your body. Props to Pau for being able to take care of that body.
Paulo Ubalde is 43 years old. Estrella attempting that Pinoy step, but here comes the Aquaman. Ubalde with the left hand, able to get it in.
Paulo Ubalde really wants this win. I was talking to him prior to the game. Ang sabi lang sa akin, kailangan namin to. And that is exactly how he's playing here to end the first quarter with so much passion and so much will.
Definitely showing no signs of being 43 here early in this game. Estrella couldn't get it. Yambing got the offensive rebound, but Armenian afforded him no space to be able to attempt the putback.
A good end para dito sa Valenzuela. This was already 21-7, but a minute 12-4 run by Valenzuela to end the first quarter will make this very manageable. One guy we have to commend, itong si Chino Mosqueda, making the biggest change to start the ballgame to be able to outrun itong Valenzuela, but eventually a quick answer coming from Paulo Ubalde.
4 points, 3 assists for Chino Mosqueda, helping guys like Abdul Sawat and Michael Are get their baskets for Quezon City in that first quarter. As soon as the second unit came in for Val City, Paulo Ubalde was able to get starter Mark Montuano those 2 threes to help Valenzuela get back into contention for this one. 23-19 is the score at the end of one. Our first quarter score brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. Tunghayan natin ang ating player matchup for tonight. We have the Aquaman, Paulo Ubalde, and modern-day point guard, Chino Mosqueda, matched up for tonight in this game between Valenzuela and Quezon City.
Two guys who can really do a lot para sa kanilang mga koponan. Guys who are able to provide not just scoring, but also rebounding, assists, and of course on the defensive end, these guys really put a big premium on that, and it's going to be a very good matchup. And so far, they're actually the guys who are making the biggest impacts for both of their teams. Chino Mosqueda in the first 5 minutes, Paulo Ubalde in the last 5 minutes of that first quarter.
Similar stat lines for these two players to begin the game. Let's go to Mika Besamis.
Talk to both Paulo Ubalde and Chino Mosqueda, who are more or less more than a decade apart. Sabi ni Pau, he can be my kid. But kidding aside, he thinks Chino makes use of being a big guard well. When he plays. His advice, he's young, sky's the limit, anything can happen, it's all up to him. Chino, living up to that today. Chino naman on Paulo, idol ko yan, shooter, matalino maglaro, leader, ang ganda ng mga tattoo. At higit sa lahat, nandito pa siya naglalaro. Sana abutin ko din yan one day. Javi, Juanito.
Thank you so much, Mika. Pati tattoo no? And there, Paulo Ubalde showing everybody that age is just a number, ladies and gentlemen. 6 points in the game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for the Aquaman out of University of the East. Jesalem, defended now by De Los Santos on the switch. Jesalem takes it That's way off the mark from the outside.
Usually a guy who gets it off the pass, itong si Jesalem. But he's been defended well here in the first quarter. No easy shot opportunities for Jesalem.
Tingnan natin ang ating fast break of the game, brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. That's Paulo Hubalde, who misses on this three. Another great point guard here in the league, Hubert Cani, making his first appearance in this one for Quezon City. Rinwell Yambing missing there. Yambing hasn't been able to establish a rhythm yet offensively in this game. Ubalde uses the Lepalam screen. Valenzuela gives it away. Yambing with a mini slam on the break.
And once again, who finds Rinwell Yambing on the run? It's Chino Mosqueda for his 4th assist of the ball game.
Yambing had 14 points against Bacolod. He was 6 out of 17 from the field, but did have 9 rebounds. Lepalam against Ballesteros could not finish on the baseline. Cani gets it across quickly. Yambing almost traveled. Cani will set this one up. Ballesteros offers the roadblock. Bienes puts the ball on the deck. Bienes a little hesitation. The last minute drop off to Ballesteros was picked up by Valenzuela. Lakap somehow, someway got that shot up but could not finish. Counter run for Quezon City. Ballesteros, the power dribble. That's a clean swipe by Mike De Los Santos.
Now, both teams are trying to outrun each other. Medyo nagmamadali nga lang itong parehas na koponan. No easy shots on the fast break opportunities for both teams.
This is our play of the game, brought to you by Suzuki. Chino Mosqueda making it happen there para kay Rinwell Yambing on the fast break. Ballesteros receives the inbound. Gives it up to Hubert Cani on the right side. Cani pulls up just below the three-point line. Wala. Ballesteros, another offensive rebound. This time, Chino Mosqueda lines up the three. That's no good as well.
It's going to hit our shot clock, so that will end into going to the other team here. Slower second quarter we're having. Both teams are still trying to run, pero nag-a-adjust na ang mga depensa ng parehas na koponan. So both of them are actually having a hard time getting some buckets here.
Armenian hands it off to Paulo Hubalde. Valenzuela utilizing this two-point guard setup. What a feed by De Los Santos to Laris Lepalam, who throws it down.
What a beautiful high-low play from De Los Santos to Lepalam. Textbook and with a slam. Galing dito kay Janice.
Yambing to answer from the three-point area. Misses everything. Who gets to the loose ball? Paulo Hubalde.
At the end of this game, this will be one of the better matchups we are going to have. But let's watch that high-low first. Off the pick and roll. Help side by Jason Ballesteros. No one to help the helper. Wide open on the inside is Lepalam for that slam.
Quezon City with possession anew here. Cani working the two-man game with Kuya Bale. Cani leans in for the floater. Wala. Laris Lepalam looking recharged after that slam. Gets that board. Al City will set this one up. Hubalde doesn't use the screen. Out to Lakap, a known shooter from the outside. Straight but strong. Mosqueda down low to Lawrence Malyari. He stripped. Unfortunately, that's going to be a personal foul against the Aquaman.
The one guy I think that QC needs here in this lineup is someone who can actually stretch out the floor. They have a lot of attackers, they have a lot of size, but no one really to actually give out that basketball in terms of a shooter. Are has had two. Bienes is actually on that bench. Kawilan is also on that bench. Probably time for Coach Egay Macaraya to put in a shooter on this lineup.
Sometimes that has been the case for Quezon City this season. You would see Coach Egay Macaraya experiment with these kinds of combinations. All attackers, nobody really to stretch out the floor. Or maybe in this particular five, you could argue that Hubert Cani and Chino Mosqueda could hit it from the outside, but again, they're not catch and shoot players.
They're not naturally a shooter. They can shoot, but it's different from comparing them to Jesalem, to JP Kawilan,
And Brandrey
Bienes. These are guys that ang role talaga nila is to actually get that ball and shoot from the outside. But let's see, Coach Egay Macaraya might have something in mind for Quezon City right here.
Malyari misses. Abdul Sawat is there. He's met by 3 white shirts inside that painted area.
Well, that's going to be one advantage on the other end. They're putting Abdul Sawat at the 3 position, Lawrence Malyari at the 4, and Jason Ballesteros at the 5. One thing is for sure, Quezon City has size here in this lineup.
So far, Valenzuela does lead the rebounding department, but just by 1, 17-16. Sawat inside to Malyari. Inside hand scoop is good.
It's a good slip galing dito kay Lawrence Malyari. This is a guy that really knows how to move without that basketball. A good find as well coming from Abdul Sawat.
Andre Armenion fouled there by Hubert Cani. Take a look at that last play by Quezon City. A simple 2-man action between Abdul Sawat and Lawrence Malyari. 9-7 in terms of assists, +2 advantage for Quezon City in that department. Lipalam once again scoring underneath. Not a slam, but still 2 points.
I'm liking this duo between De Los Santos and Lipalam. They are respecting De Los Santos on those short rolls. Pero itong si De Los Santos talagang sinisigurado niya na mahanap niya itong si Lipalam dun sa loob. And that's 2 assists already coming from De Los Santos.
Sawat didn't force the issue. Mosqueda left wide open. That's short. Malyari momentarily had that in his hands, but Valenzuela takes it away.
Well, Lawrence Malyari seems a little hit here.
He's holding on to his left ankle. Might have landed on the foot of a Valenzuela player or maybe even a teammate. We're going to have to take a look at what happened.
Seems to be a little shaken up here itong si Lawrence Malyari. Seems to be in pain and is holding on to that left ankle.
He's going to be helped up here by Kawilan and Ballesteros. Still unable to put weight on that left foot. Not quite sure where he landed that caused the pain. Medyo marami nangyari doon.
Oh yes, not very clear on that angle. Pero mukhang in pain talaga itong si Lawrence Malyari. So they'll be trooping out and be putting back into si JP Kawilan to play that 4 position.
Lipalam this time trying to return the favor to Mike De Los Santos, but Valenzuela turns it over. That's going to be a blocking foul against Lakap.
You feel the intensity of this ball game. Talagang ramdam mo yung importance nitong larong to. Both teams is playing terrific defense, not allowing anything to be able to be easy on both of these teams.
Both of these teams need the victory here in this game. They're fighting for that chance to knock out Rizal out of that number 8 seed in the north. Mosqueda, series of moves against De Los Santos, hooks a pass to JP Kawilan who knocks it down.
Sampalok connection between these two from high school to college all the way to the MPBL. Magkasama na itong dalawang ito, and that is a good pass coming from Chino Mosqueda.
Armenion able to sneak inside for 2 points.
How hard is that move? He had to go through 3 blue shirts to be able to get that bucket, but Andre Armenion is just too talented with that wonderful attack.
Mosqueda given space, he gives it up to his former teammate in college and high school, still his teammate actually, JP Kawilan returning the favor again.
6 straight points para dito kay JP Kawilan, but that's going to be a pull against Andre Armenion, a turnover for Valenzuela.
Michael Are looked to have hurt his right groin in that process. Chino Mosqueda, he has been dishing out the dimes in this game. A couple of them to that man, JP Kawilan.
These two has been playing terrific music. The last 2 plays, that pick and pop to the corner has been effective. and no reason to change for them. 6 straight points to be able to get the 6-point lead in favor of Quezon City.
Up next for the Quezon City Toda Action party list, on September 9, they will be facing the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. 4 days after that, the Bataan Risers, who have been on a roll these past few games. And a week after that, they will be defending their home floor against the Davao Occidental Tigers. Quezon City will have to take care of business first here against the Valenzuela Classic if they are to have any bearing in those next 3 games that is up next on their schedule. So far, they're doing a good job here against Val City, up by 6. 4 minutes and change remaining here in the first half. Kawilan pops out of those screens. Couldn't hit from the outside. Armenion calling out the play here for Valenzuela. J.R. Sumido in the game for the first time. He wasn't ready for the pass. Michael Are settles for the jumper. Armenion forward to Sumido. He has Lepalam waiting on the right side, but he'll take it for himself.
It's hard to stop itong si J.R. Sumido on that left side. That is his strong suit, and against a 2-on-1, J.R. Sumido will finish with that lefty.
First basket of the game, kakapasok pa lamang ni J.R. Sumido. Sawat uses the Ballesteros screen. Sawat steps on the baseline.
Tough defense being played by J.R. Sumido coming off the bench. Pero mukhang warmed up na. Itong si J.R. Sumido providing both offensive and defensive efforts for Valenzuela.
It didn't really take long for him to be able to do that. He is, after all, a microwave. Ito si J.R. Sumido.
The guy is always ready to be able to help whoever team he's playing for.
Little zone here for Quezon City. They skip a pass to Sumido. JR for 3. That's off the left side of the ring. Chino Mosqueda trying to jockey for position against Daryl Manligues. Medyo naghinayang doon si Abdul Sawa dahil pumasok naman yung tira niya.
Chino Mosqueda trying to post itong si Daryl Manligues. He knows that he has at least a 4-inch advantage against Daryl Manligues. But this guy is a muscly guard, so it's not going to be an easy task para dito kay Chino to post up Daryl.
Chester Sarah Joseph will come in for the first time. Played almost 9 minutes in that game against Bacolod. Still 19 on the shot clock here for the guys in blue. 2 screens used by Mosqueda. Kawilan pops out, steps back, gives it back to Chino. Sarah Joseph sets the screen. Almost a travel for Mosqueda. Michael Are could not get the lucky bounce this time. That's off of Abdul Sawat. It will go to Valenzuela.
Chino was actually off balance, but he was wide open towards an easy step-in shot. Hindi lang niya nakita, nabukas siya. But that's still going to be a good shot opportunity for Michael Are.
2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Sumido looking inside, goes back to the middle. Montuano near the free throw line. That's money.
That's automatic para dito kay Mark Montuano. That short roll will give him an open shot. That's also a good find coming from Andre Armenion.
Manito, Mika reported at the top of our coverage na isa sa mga sinabi ni Congressman Eric Martinez na medyo mahina yung gitna nitong Quezon City. How well do you think Valenzuela has been performing against that middle part of the defense of Quezon City here in this game?
They've actually been trying to attack that middle part. One of the game plans of Valenzuela is to shoot it from the outside and stretch out the defense. The only legitimate rim protector for Quezon City is Jason Ballesteros, but he cannot play 40 minutes para dito sa Quezon City. And so far, every time he is on the bench, there is a good game plan coming from Valenzuela.
A takeaway by Are leaves it for JP Cawilan, who scores the deuce.
And if you want to be able to cut into the lead, those are turnovers you don't want. Off the dribble, one-on-one, coming from a swipe. Andre Armenion, that is not a usual turnover coming from the terrific point guard.
It's 9 turnovers already in the game para sa Valenzuela. They did a fairly good job of taking care of that basketball against Abra, only committing 11 despite the loss. Sumido attacking that hard show by Sarah Joseph. Mike Mason, unang pasok sa laro na to. Right away, binigyan ng oportunidad na makapuntos ng Val City. Ito si Mike Mason.
Same game plan for them. Take it hard inside. Look for the best guy off that paint. And Mike Mason will be given an opportunity off that drop pass galing dito kay Sumido.
Mason wasn't available in that game against Abra. You could tell that Congressman Eric Martinez, Coach Aldrin Morante would have definitely wanted to utilize him against that stacked front line that the Weavers have. There's going to be a challenge here. A yellow light in front of Richard Tapos is now on. All of the challenges today have been successful. Let's see if it's going to be the same for Coach Egay Macaraya.
The challenge made by the Quezon City is successful. There was no
Another
foul.
successful challenge, Juanito.
7 for 7 today. Ayokong batiin, but all of the challenges today have been ending in success. Oh, that's a clean swipe. Galing dito kay JP Cawilan. Ball will retain para dito sa Valenzuela, but at least that's not going to be 2 free throws. But again, 7 for 7 from the first game. 4 for 4. Last game, 2 for 2. Now it's 1 for 1.
Sumido pops out. Three-pointer no good. Mason unbothered for that offensive rebound. But JP Cawilan was there to swat that shot away.
JP Cawilan might not be the most physical of bigs, but this guy is a very good rim protector. Para dito, it's very long, has good timing, just not really the most physical of bigs because he wants to stretch out that floor.
There you see Coach Aldrin Morante, associate head coach here for the Valenzuela Classic. Michael Are has cooled down here in the second quarter. Abdul Sawad had that ball swiped from below. There's going to be a timeout for Coach Egay Macaraya as he tries to map out this play with 47 seconds still remaining in the first half. Next 3 games for Valenzuela are Mindoro, Bicolandia, and Iloilo. The United Royals they will face on their home floor on September 24. All important matchups, but of course they do still have to take care of business first here tonight against the Quezon City Toda Action. That's going to spell the importance of their remaining games.
These are actually all manageable games para dito sa Valenzuela, so they just have to overcome this game against Quezon City.
After the timeout, Mosqueda inbounds to Yambing, who was stripped away by Armenion. The forward pass to Sumido. JR unable to get a hold of that rock. Abdul Sawat doing a good job of bothering him on transition.
It's actually a good pass, just a little too low para dito kay Andre Armenion. Good intention, bad execution.
39 seconds. Quezon City has a chance to go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Sawat gets it against Montoano. He has the foot speed advantage against Mark. Abdul. That shot was well challenged by the defense of Valenzuela.
Last shot time para dito sa Valenzuela.
Daryl Manliguez handling the basketball here against Chino Mosqueda. Manliguez still has it. Manliguez spins the kick out to Samido at the last moment. And that's going to do it for quarter number 2 here between Quezon City and Valenzuela.
Much better defensive ball game we have here in the second quarter. Both teams playing physical, trying to outread the system of each other. And that is why we will be having a slower but much more defensive second quarter. 12 apiece for the second quarter.
Both of these teams trying to bump off Rizal for that number 8 spot in the Northern Division. 35-31 is our halftime score. This is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX.
The stars have aligned, and now we are dead set for our MPBL All-Star Game. Are you ready for more?
Pacquiao finally knocks down his town All-Star Executive.
The man you have all been waiting for. How many times have we seen that, and it still doesn't get tiring to watch? A love to himself. For the tie! Oh no! No! That is it! 3-point shootout champion, Orlan Wamar! The crown will belong to the guy from the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Our champion is CJ Ganya! Boy Aktub from downtown and leaner, yes sir. The run, Serrano on the move, Serrano all the way.
Oh my goodness, there we go. That's our first dunk of the game.
MPBL All-Star Game winner, the North All-Stars.
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban sa Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
Handang-handa na nga ang ating founder na si Senator Manny Pacquiao para sa lahat ng exciting na mangyayari dyan sa ating All-Star Weekend. Kaya naman magsama-sama tayo sa Zamboanga City. But for now, I am joined by two very special guests. Kong Eric Martinez, the team owner of the Valenzuela Classic, and of course, Sir Charles Quimpo, the team governor of the QC Toda Action. Magandang gabi, mga Ginoo. Kong, it's been an exciting game, but my question is, do you like what you see?
The rebounds, they're getting second chance points and they're converting, and we have to go early when we get the ball. We have to the transition. It's more of the rebound, the second chance points that Quezon City is getting, and we were hit by another bad start, and buti naka-recover kami the middle part. So I think crucial tong third quarter we need a good start here and yung boxing out and rebounds. I think that's the point na i-stress ko mamaya sa dugout.
Maraming salamat, Kong, and let's see how those adjustments will go. I like this part. This is my favorite part. Sino po ang mga gusto niyong batiin at pasalamatan?
We have to thank our sponsors, YPS Clothing Trading, Anytime Fitness, Valenzuela, Accredited Wellness and Paint Clinic, VA Cargo, Metroland Builders Corporation, my wife Catherine and my children, Svetlana, Oksana, and Yelena, Uncle Sam Lato, and our main sponsor, Dynacas. And the Valenzuelanos, keep on supporting Valenzuela Classics and keep on supporting the #1 basketball league in the country today, MPBL.
Maraming salamat for our favorite line right there. Thank you, Kong Eric Martinez, the team owner of the Valenzuela Classic. Sir Charles, good evening. Your young guys definitely came prepared for the veterans tonight.
Yeah, both teams ayaw magpatalo. As we all know, magkadikit kami sa standings. Naghabol para maabot yung number 8 slot. So as we can see, both teams talaga very competitive. Ganda ng game today.
Maraming salamat, sir. Alam kong meron ka mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan at alam ko rin kagaya ko, very excited ka na para sa ating All-Star Weekend sa Zamboanga.
Yeah, of course, I would like to thank the team owner, the Honorable Jobentay is here also. Na taga Valenzuela rin, kaya very close sa amin ang Valenzuela. My co-team governor, Robin Feliciano, JNT Plasticware, Grand Taipan, at lahat ng mga taga Quezon City na sumusuporta. Sana makita-kita rin tayo sa All-Star sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game sa September 7 na gagawin sa Zamboanga City. See you guys.
Maraming salamat po. Once again, the team governor of the QC Toda Action, Sir Charles Kimpo. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Halftime between the Quezon City Toda Action Party List and the Valenzuela Classic. The score is 35-31. We're still live from the Paco Arena in Sampaloc, Manila. This is Avi Palanya joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio. After a strong start by Quezon City, Valenzuela was able to get back into the game and make it close. And now the score is just 4 points in favor of Quezon City.
Very defensive first half we are having here. Look at the field goal percentage, only 37 and 38 respectively. You actually look at the numbers right here. Everything going to the side of Quezon City. Points off turnovers, rebound, the percentage as well. Fast break points as well going the side of Quezon City. That is something you are not seeing on the stat, but that's already 15 fast break points para dito sa QC. But one thing that Valenzuela is doing well here in the first half is really attacking it strong, getting more free throws. That's why they are in the thick of things here in the first half.
Montuano with 2 threes has 8 points. Hubalde has 6. Ugsang and Lepalam with 4 apiece. On the other side, Quezon City is led by Kawilan and Are, both with 8. Sawat has 7. Chino Mosqueda has 4 points and 6 assists. The second half now underway here between Valenzuela and Quezon City. Ubalde, Santos, Montuano, Manligues, and Lepalam starting the second half for Valenzuela. Montuano, shot clock winding down here for the Classic. Santos, bullseye.
That's one guy that needs to step up big time para dito sa Valenzuela. And he has his own fan base here in Valenzuela. The bench mob all cheering for Dennis Santos.
That's his first field goal of the game. Talking about Dennis Santos. Montuano kicks it out here to the left wing. Ballesteros a tad bit too late on the closeout to try and challenge that three-point shot coming from Dennis Santos. Ballesteros trying to back in Lepalam. Almost traveled. Kawilam step to the right, three-pointer. Nope. Ballesteros keeps it alive. Are sends it to Kawilan. Michael Are back to JP. Kawilan, bullseye!
Back-to-back threes for either teams. Looks like that three-point line will be a threat for both of these teams.
High ball screen provided by Lepalam. Ubalde was blocked from behind. Are crashes into our A-boards on that baseline. There's so much action already happening here in the first 1 minute and 8 seconds of this third quarter. There's JP Kawilan spotting and knocking it down from the outside. Defensive intensity increasing for Quezon City on that possession. They forced the turnover against Valenzuela.
With the youth, the size, and the energy that the Bigs has, itong Quezon City, that is a good game plan all towards the second half to be able to pressure outside the Bigs of Valenzuela.
Kawilan given space anew. This time it's short. Look at Ballesteros trying to get into that thick of things for the offensive rebound. But Hubalde has it. He goes all the way. A sorry miss for the Aquaman. Manligues gets it and gets the 2 points.
Might not be the biggest point guard, but the muscle and the hustle of Daryl Manligues is enough to get that offensive board. 5-3 in favor of Valenzuela here in this quarter.
Mosqueda was too deep to make a pass there. Taken away by the guys in white. Montuano, di na binaba ang bola. Couldn't kiss it off the glass there. Sawat, Ballesteros, Mosqueda, Kawilan, and Are. The 5 to begin the second half for Quezon City. Abdul Sawat knocking it down.
A rare mid-range shot para dito kay Abdul Sawat. Usually a guy that will take it strong all the way to the basket. But there he sees the space, goes for the pull-up jumper.
9 points in the game para kay Abdul Sawat. Ubalde tried to get it down low to Manligues, who was jockeying for position against Michael Are. That's going to be number 3 against Michael Are, which forces the hand of Coach Ege Macaraya to put in Hubert Cani.
It's going to be a good substitution. This will put a little more size, especially in defending Paulo Hubalde.
Montuano hands it off to Hubalde. They go to the left side. Santos almost the same spot. Yet the same result for Dennis Santos.
Dennis Santos in this ball game all of a sudden trooping to 7 points. Only 1 point in the first half. Now Dennis has 2 straight threes here in the second.
Valenzuela within 1 point here, 40-39. Both of these teams refusing to give an inch in this one. Let's take a look at our three-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. You don't leave Dennis Santos that wide open. Mosqueda working here against Montuano. He wants this isolation. Mosqueda out to Cani. Hubert puts it up. No whistle blown. The classic in transition. The lob from Manliguez to Montuano. And Montuano able to draw the foul there against Quezon City.
It's going to be a foul down low. Laban dito kay Jason Ballesteros or Hubert Cani. I think it's going to be on Cani.
It is on Cani. That's number 2 laban sa kanya. Remember, Michael Aric came out with 3 fouls. Siya yung pinalitan ni Hubert Cani. Ubalde trying to use his experience against Cani on the block. Ubalde able to draw the foul against the former NU Bullpup.
Pure will. Galing dito kay Paulo Ubalde. Really powering through against Hubert Cani.
Ubalde now at the line. His free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Ubalde now with 7 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Triple-double watch para dito kay Paulo Ubalde. But there is a switch in the offensive game plan itong Valenzuela. They're putting it a lot more inside. They're actually trying to speed up things here in the second half. They played a little slow in the first half, but now Coach Kong Eric Martinez and the rest of the coaching staff will be trooping towards a little change of game plan.
1 out of 2 for the Yako man. He ties things up here at 40 all. Ladis Lepalam making it hard for Jason Ballesteros there. Eventually, he picks up the foul.
An obvious foul on Ladis Lepalam. Too active on those hands. That's going to be a hand check foul.
That's number 2 against Ladis Lepalam, who has been playing well in this game para sa Val City. 4 points, 3 rebounds para sa kanya. Cani off of the pin down. Too strong. Long rebound up in the air. Ballesteros gets to it.
No need to rush para dito sa QC.
Sawat goes in. Ballesteros could not get another offensive rebound. Ubalde leading the break here for Valenzuela. Santos will not settle. Tried to cross up Mosqueda. Montuano, he loves that elbow.
Jason Ballesteros a little shaken up. Medyo matagal naka-recover. Stayed on the side of Quezon City. So that was a 5 versus 4. A perfect find on the middle on Mark Montuano to be able to get the lead para dito sa Valenzuela. Let's watch that again. Jason Ballesteros trying to go for that offensive rebound. He got accidentally pushed by Mark Montuano. That is actually what he's asking for. The 5 versus 4. Montuano on the mid-range. Easy 2 for Mark.
In the 24 minutes that we have played in this game, Valenzuela gets their first taste of the lead. Coach Egay Macaraya will call a timeout. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenus. Do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. Back here inside the Paco Arena in Sampaloc, Manila. The main event of your MPBL Thursday. Quezon City versus Valenzuela. The Classic have not tasted the lead since now. Sawat brings the ball game back up to a tie here off of the timeout. That's what Coach Ege Macaraya has drawn up for them.
Vintage motion offense will end in success.
Ubalde couldn't buy a basket underneath. Lepalam keeps it alive. Santos looking to Paulo Ubalde. Ubalde will launch. That's short. Look at Ladis Lepalam getting another possession here for Valenzuela, but he loses it. Cani forward to Sawat. Eludes the defense. Back to Hubert. Cani for three. No lucky bounce para kay Hubert Cani. Valenzuela now will try to break this 42-all deadlock. Past the halfway point of quarter number 3. Santos from the corner, leaning back for that three-point shot. That's no good. Mosqueda, nobody stopping the basketball there. But he muffs the floater. That was short.
It's not as smooth for the execution itong Quezon City. Here in the second half, they were able to outrun Valenzuela.
Ubalde almost lost it. He recovers, leaves it for Montuano. That's money para kay Mark Montuano.
This guy is more than automatic off that mid-range. Whenever he's given a little space, Mark Montuano just loves taking those mid-range buckets.
Balik sa lamang ang Valenzuela. Montuano now with a dozen in this game. Mosqueda matched up against Mark Montuano. And Montuano will give up the foul. That's going to be number 3 against the former Abra Weaver.
Also going to be number 3 para dito sa Valenzuela. 2 away from the penalty.
Ubalde lost it there, was able to get it back, and then Mark Montuano stepping into that jump shot. Those 15 to 18 footers, automatic once you give him that kind of space. Rivo Ugsang will check back into the game for Coach Eric Martinez and Coach Aldrin Morante. Ugsang had some quality minutes in a starting role for Valenzuela in that first half. Cani crosses up De Los Santos. Bullets a pass to Abdul Sawat.
And that is why Hubert Cani is inside, to be able to create for his teammates. And finally, he gets the ball, gets to create, gets the assist.
But what about Abdul Sawat in this game, Juanito? 13 points, 8 rebounds para sa kanya, playing one of his best games of the season.
You know, you have to credit Abdul Sawat. This guy is putting a lot of effort into this basketball. Let's watch this first. Hubert Cani, one-on-one, has that foot speed advantage. Drive to a cut to a basket para dito kay Abdul.
That's our play of the game, brought to you by Suzuki. And down low, Riv Ugsang is whistled for an offensive foul.
That's a good call by the referee. Riv Ugsang, not much space to operate. Had to use his elbow to create some space. A very good call by the referee. Watch that again. Off the fake. Uses that elbow. Good defense para dito sa Quezon City and Brandrey Vienes.
Cyrus Baguio will come back in for the classic turnover story. Lamang ng 6 dyan ang Valenzuela, 13-7. Vienes hands it off to Yambing. Sawat, he's had a good game in this one. Feeling himself a bit, missing on the 3. Yambing was blocked up top. There seemed to be some contact downstairs laban sa Valenzuela.
Length is to the advantage of QC. They're playing it longer here in the second half. So they're putting Rinwil Yambing at that 2 position. They're putting Sawat and Vienes to be able to man that front court alongside Jason Ballesteros. They want to be able to control the rebounds, especially with Valenzuela, really trying to power that middle led by Mark Montuano.
Catch Rinwil Yambing and the rest of the most explosive jumpers and highest leapers of the MPBL on September 7 at the Vitaliano Agan Coliseum in Zamboanga City for our 2024 All-Star Day. Riv Ugsang getting another basket there para sa Valenzuela.
Very hard pick and roll. That was actually well defended by Jason Ballesteros, but a quick dribble out will give him enough space to get that floater in.
Ugsang now 6 points in the game. Cani forcing the issue there. Ubalde, head on the swivel, gives it up to fellow veteran in Cyrus Baguio, who gets it high off the glass.
Vintage Cyrus Baguio on that floater right there.
And you're right, touching the sky with that floater. Valenzuela in the lead by 3. Sawat, defended here by Mike De Los Santos. The attacks left. The help coming from Cyrus Baguio. It's going to stay with QC. To the dismay of the Valenzuela faithful here inside the Paco Arena.
Let's watch this first. Paulo Hobalde, strong attack, getting everybody to force the middle. That will give an open driving lane para dito kay Cyrus Baguio.
Sawat bumped off Hobalde there. No whistle blown. At this time, definitely our officials will be blowing their horn for that 24-second shot clock violation.
The referees are letting them play physical here in this ball game. A lot of contact on the drive of Abdul Sawat, but no whistle will be called by the referee. This game will be played physical towards the last 12 minutes of the game.
48-45 still is the count. Hubert Cani and Quezon City experiencing some struggles here in the third quarter against Valenzuela. It has been a 17-10 scoring here in the third period.
For sportsmanlike behavior.
There's going to be a warning against Valenzuela, I believe, on Congressman Eric Martinez for unsportsmanlike behavior. Ay kinagulat pa nga niya. De Los Santos fakes the pass to the left, attacks right. De Los Santos puts it up and in.
Strong, hard attack by De Los Santos. Usually the guy creating for his teammates. This time around, he is the one making those attacks.
This is the biggest lead of the game for Valenzuela at 5. Bienes has not been able to score in this game. Still no good.
Good move. Will just end in a miss para dito kay Brandre.
Baguio between the legs. That's a dribbling violation. And he knew it.
Good sharp call by the referee. Cyrus Baguio. A little heat check. Ganda nung atake niya kanina. But that's also terrific defense played by Quezon City to make a stop against Cyrus.
Baguio so far with 5 points in the game. Tibayan hands it off to Bienes. Bienes puts it up. That's short. The tap goes to Jesalem. Tried to get it quickly to Rin William Bing, but Cyrus Baguio was there to bother that pass. What about the veterans, Juanito, playing intense defense in this game para sa Valenzuela?
You know, it's actually the time for the veterans really to show up. These are the games where they will play the biggest because it's a needed game. Every game will count towards this moment on. Kaya yung mga veterano nandito talaga para magpakita. Cyrus Baguio, Paulo Hobalde, and the rest of the squad.
Yambing could not hit from the outside. Quezon City has gone cold here in this third quarter. Hobalde attracting the defense. Baguio able to save it to Ugsang. It's back with Paulo. Hobalde gets it to De Los Santos. The drop step. Gets it back to Hobalde. Paulo for 3. No. Bienes had that ball tapped out by Mike De Los Santos. 33 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Hobalde is gassed.
Quezon City has to be able to execute here. Only 10 points in the entirety of the third quarter. A better known offensive team, but the defense of Valenzuela has just been too much para dito sa QC, only limiting QC to 10 points.
Tibayan pops out. They skip a pass to Jesalem. Di na binaba ang bola. That's short on the three-point try. Last shot time for Val City. Andre Armenion has 5 seconds. Armenion gets fouled there by Jesalem. Quezon City not yet in the penalty.
Good foul by QC right there to make a stop on the attack of Andre Armenion. But this will give an opportunity for Valenzuela to make one good play for them to extend the lead here in the third quarter.
How will this shape up? Lock up on the reverse. He's blocked there by Jesalem. And that's going to do it for our first 30 minutes of action. Quezon City struggling here in the third quarter, only able to score 10 points against the 19 of Valenzuela. Let's check out our highlights of the game, brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Valenzuela has certainly elevated their game here in the third quarter, Juanito.
Oh, what a different game that Valenzuela is playing here in the third quarter. Led by Dennis Santos with 2 threes, eventually being helped out by Mark Montuano. Offense is clicking para dito sa Valenzuela, scoring 19 points in the third and only limiting Quezon City to 10. Will be trooping over to the fourth quarter with a 5-point lead in favor of Valenzuela.
Our third quarter score brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Take a look at the update of our player matchup for tonight. 2 premier point guards here in the league. A young gun and a veteran, Paulo Hubalde. 7 points so far against Chino Mosqueda's 4. But both of these players have actually been delivering in different departments as well, Juanito.
That's right. We cannot look at the scoring itself because these players have produced a lot more in terms of rebounding and in terms of making plays for their teammates. These guys have been making a big change. Look at the numbers of Paulo Hubalde. Only 2 of 11, but he has 12 rebounds and 5 assists. On the other end, Chino Mosqueda making more plays for his teammates, playing that point forward role. 4 points and 7 assists here in the ball game. What a beautiful matchup we are having here. Young gun versus veteran in Chino versus Paulo.
You could tell also in the body language, in the facial expressions of Paulo Hubalde sa laro na to, that he wants it more than usual.
That's right. No, actually, I told you earlier that we got to talk and he was beyond focused. Itong si Paulo Hubalde, he knows that this game is very important para dito sa Valenzuela Classic. And as the veteran, he needs to be able to lead by example. And just looking at his numbers, he definitely is leading by example para dito sa Valenzuela.
Baguio turns the corner, blocked on the way up. It's going to stay with Valenzuela with still 10 on their 24.
I was talking a few days back with assistant coach of Quezon City, Coach Louis Bautista, who is on the bench of Quezon City. He said that one problem of QC is really the experience in the end game. And so far, it's showing once again. As a young team, someone needs to be able to step up and show out in the end game. But looks like that's going to be one of their problems here in this season. And if you don't have veterans like that, Cyrus Baguio making that last second shot, mahihirapan talaga ang Quezon City in the end game. So they have to be able to get over that hump in terms of leadership in the end game.
I know a lot of you are used to seeing those kinds of shots by Cyrus Baguio bailing his teams out, but it's still lovely to see as JP Kawilan answers back with a much-needed basket para sa Quezon City. That's a 3-pointer for JP Kawilan.
You know, just to remind everybody, Cyrus Baguio is only averaging 3.9 points a ball game here in this season. Pero pinag-uusapan nga namin ni Javi, in games like this, it's the veterans who will show out. And Cyrus Baguio playing one of his better MPBL games right here.
And this is only the 8th game of the season para kay Cyrus Baguio, by the way. Right time for him to really peak para sa Valenzuela as they try to knock out Rizal for that 8th spot in the Northern Division. And they have QC in their way. JP Kawilan catching fire here in the last quarter.
2 straight threes para dito kay JP Kawilan. Just like that, this is a 1-point lead in favor of Valenzuela. What a game played by JP Kawilan.
17 puntos para kay JP Kawilan. That was 3-pointer number 7 for the Toda Action. De Los Santos out to Lakap. He has been a non-factor in this game. Lakap with a hand in his face. He knocks it down through the eyes right there of JP Kawilan.
Non-factor no more. Lakap is one of the best shooters para dito sa Valenzuela. And that is one thing they need to be able to stretch out the floor here in the fourth.
That was his first basket of the game. JP Cawilan continues to try and pile on the points here for Quezon City. In the process, he draws this foul against Rivog Sang.
JP Cawilan already has the rhythm. His teammates are looking for him via that pick and pop. You know what's scary with JP Cawilan is that he's not only a shooter, but if you overextend on JP, he can dribble in and make that attack. So you have to be able to play it smart if you're going up against JP Cawilan.
Andre Armenion has come out in favor of Paolo Hubalde. Mark Matuano also set to check in. Let's go to Mika Bisamis.
Coach Egay Macaraya said, do not get intimidated by the veterans. Concentrate on sharing the ball. We will not make it if we don't make the ball move. And one guy who Coach Egay trusted for this quarter is Michael Are and his orchestration. He has been giving good assists to JP Cawilan. He believes that these guys gained maturity this season. But like you said, will this work for the end game? Let's see. Javi and Bonito.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Michael Are has been able to deliver 8 points and 3 assists in this game. I think all of those 3 assists have been to JP Cawilan sa ating laro. Ugsang will come out. 7 minutes and 38 to go in this game. It has been a pulsating matchup between these two squads, Valenzuela and Quezon City. Lakap almost lost it. Are sticking to him like a leech. But Lakap able to extricate himself from the defense. 2 putbacks, no good. De Los Santos had his shot heavily bothered there by the defense of Jason Ballesteros.
Good job by Jason Ballesteros to really protect that ring against the bigs of Valenzuela. Very active on the offensive rebounding. Itong si Montuano at De Los Santos, but just too long. Itong si Jason Ballesteros.
Double high setup here para sa Quezon City. Cawilan, he's had 2 3-pointers here in the fourth quarter. Sawat goes inside and scores the 2 points.
What a beautiful play played by Quezon City. They tried to build up itong si JP Cawilan. All of the eyes on JP Cawilan. But finally, Abdul Sawat open on the attack from the corner.
We're tied once again at 55. That's a swipe coming from Michael Are. Oh, he's telling Coach Egay Macaraya, I believe, to try and challenge that last foul call. But look at this. Abdul Sawat faking out the defense. No help coming from Valenzuela. 15 points in the game for the former UE Red Warrior.
15 points and 8 rebounds para dito kay Abdul Sawat. The Bulldog Warrior connection in Sawat and Cawilan are doing the damage for Quezon City.
Michael Are will come out for Hubert Cani. Aral Manligues pumasok na muli para naman sa Valenzuela. Errant pass picked off by Cawilan, but Montuano gets it back for Valenzuela. Manligues will not force it. Marami pang oras dito para sa Valenzuela. Hubalde, the quick trigger. That's off the side of the rim. Quezon City now will try to counter with a run of their own. No numbers for them. Cawilan doesn't mind. Cawilan knocks it down.
The bullpup connection will end in success. Mosqueda to Cani to Cawilan. They've been together for quite some time, and that is the reason their comfort level to end in a 3 in that last possession. Let's see that again. Mosqueda to Cani to the corner to Cawilan.
Those 3 guys have given me and Juanito a lot of headaches in high school. They continue to do so here in the MPBL. And in this game, Valenzuela has been threatened here. They're down by 3 points now after that shot by JP Cawilan. There you see our MPBL leadership. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes at the helm, flanked by the presence of our security chief, the destroyer, Rudy Distrito, and operations head, Emerson Orreta. Live na live pa rin ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Paco Arena in Sampaloc, Manila. It has been a very comfortable game here for JP Cawilan. Di nalalayo sa kanyang alma mater dito. 22 points, 11 coming in the fourth quarter.
You know, this guy is a guy that once he gets the rhythm, he never stops. And that is exactly what is happening here in the fourth quarter. 11 big points in the first 4 minutes of the fourth. And that's been huge for Quezon City to be able to regain this lead here.
13-5 is the scoring dito sa ating huling yugto. Montuano, he has been automatic with defense or not. He has been knocking down those jumpers from the elbow.
14 points para dito kay Mark Montuano. This front court matchup has been very exciting here in the ball game.
58-57. Kani attacks, puts it up off the glass, no good. Tumatakbo naman ang Valenzuela. Dennis Santos trails with the three and knocks it down. Valenzuela back in the lead by 2.
Dennis Santos showing that what Cawilan can do, I also can do. Same length, same game, same result. That's gonna be 3 3-pointers already in this ball game para kay Dennis Santos, but more importantly, giving the lead back to Valenzuela here in this game.
The team play too, Juanito, by both of these squads. A total of 39 assists between these two teams. That's assist number 6 for Daryl Manliguez, delivering the pass to Dennis Santos to give the Classic back the advantage. 5 minutes and 38 still to go.
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban sa Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
Mga kaliga, inaanyayahan namin kayong lahat na dumalos sa ating All-Star Day on September 7 at the Mayor Vitaliano Agan Coliseum in Zamboanga City. For now, let's witness this exciting, pulsating matchup between Valenzuela and Quezon City here at the Paco Arena in Sampaloc, Manila. Valenzuela currently in the lead by just a single basket. Off of the timeout, Quezon City could not score. Ballesteros missing on that one-hander.
It's actually a good pass coming from Abdul Sawat to Jason Ballesteros, but Jason has not really taken a lot of shots here in the ball game. So that's not the usual play para dito sa QC.
Ballesteros is 1 out of 3 sa ating laro.
Oh, I like the adjustment by Valenzuela right here, putting back in Ladis Lipalam to match up the size of Jason Ballesteros up front.
Coach Aldrin Morante vehemently trying to complain about that last call, but it will stay with them because the possession arrow was pointing to their side. There's a push against Chino Mosqueda, which he readily acknowledges. Our player matchup for tonight, guarding each other, talking about Chino Mosqueda and the Yaco man, Paulo Hubalde.
A relatively quiet second half para dito kay Chino Mosqueda. He was one of the main reasons why they were able to get a big lead in the first half.
Step back three for Dennis Santos. That is down and through from the outside.
And how hard is that? That was well defended by Abdul Sawat, forcing the fadeaway. But if you're too skilled and you're too long, then Santos is able to make that shot.
12 points here in the second half para kay Dennis Santos. Abdul Sawat, who is coming off his best game of the season against Bacolod, where he's top scored with 23 points, has also churned in a great performance here against Valenzuela.
Watch that move. Dennis Santos showing his KD-like movement.
Sawat currently with 16 points and 8 rebounds in this game. 4 minutes and 31 ang nalalabay sa ating laro. Kapit lang po mga kaliga. Matagal pa to. This is still an eternity of basketball to be played. Free throw story on your screens. 5 out of 8 for Valenzuela. Quezon City is 5 out of 9. Make that 5 out of 10 after that miss by Sawat.
Not a lot of free throws for both of these teams because they're playing the game outside. A lot of three-point shots being taken by both of these teams.
Lepalam had the advantage there against Cawilan. Decided to kick it out. It's with Santos now. Dennis inside the arc. Another basket para kay Dennis Santos.
Dennis Santos is red hot here in the fourth quarter. Already 8 points para dito kay Dennis, extending this to a 2-possession ball game.
15 puntos overall for the KD-like sniper of Valenzuela City. Ares slips a bit, able to get back the rock. Cawilan, left wing 3. Yes, sir!
Punch for punch, haymaker for haymaker. Cawilan and Santos making this an exciting fourth quarter for everybody.
That's an offensive foul against Ladis Lepalam. It's like we're witnessing 2 heavyweight boxers in the 12th round of a title match, as both Valenzuela and Quezon City are trying to reserve their right to make the playoffs in the Northern Division. JP Cawilan helping the cause for Quezon City. That's three-pointer number 10 for the Toda Action in this game. 25 points for JP Cawilan sa ating laro. Reminiscent of his performances for Sarangani last year when he teamed up with Jeff Viernes.
That's right. JP Cawilan was one of the main guys para sa kay Sarangani. But here in this ball game, he is the main guy for Quezon City. 7 3-pointers made para dito kay JP.
65 to 62. It's now a career high para dito kay JP Cawilan. As he scores anew. That's 27 big points for the former NU Bulldog. 65 to 64. Manliguez had his shot blocked by Ballesteros, but look who's there. Mark Montuano working hard underneath, flexing his muscles and getting the 2 points. Micah Osita loving it.
Too long, too strong. After that drive, no one boxed out. Itong si Mark Montuano going hard for that offensive board, making that space via his muscle. And he will be trooping to the line for a bonus. But prior to that, another offensive rebound by JP Cawilan. Mauubusan na tayo ng pang-describe. This is a beautiful matchup between Valenzuela and QC.
Montuano could not complete the three-point play. He has 16 points in this game. Has not missed from the outside. Mosqueda hands it off to Cawilan. JP will not force it. Mosqueda looking Hubalde in the eye and knocking it down. Three-pointer para kay Chino Mosqueda. We're all tied up at 67 apiece.
What confidence by Chino here in the end game. He has not been making a lot of shots, but given that space, he's gonna take and make it.
Quezon City forcing a stop there. A crucial defensive stop para sa kanila.
This is a relatively young lineup para sa Quezon City. Only Jason Ballesteros is the veteran. But you love the confidence. After losing a lot of close games, Chino Mosqueda able to take advantage here in the end game. What a three coming from Chino.
Kapit lang mga kaliga. We're tied up at 67. Chino Mosqueda breaking away from the defense. Looking at his hand. Seemingly hot right now. Ito si Chino Mosqueda.
Here in the end game, it's the best talents that need the ball in their hands. And who is that guy for Quezon City? His name is Chino Mosqueda.
Lead back with the Toda Action. 69 to 67. There's a call on the floor. I'm not sure what yet. Take a look at what happened though. This was the breakaway for Mosqueda. Attacking the defense of Hubalde, breaking away and also getting by Mark Montuano.
One from the outside, one from the inside. Chino Mosqueda showing his whole talent base here in this game. 9.8 assists for the former Bulldog.
Well, you were saying that he went silent here in the second half, Juanito. Here he is giving you this answer.
Oh, that's right. They've been going to the bigs the whole second half, especially Abdul Sawat and JP Kawilan. Eventually, they will be denied. Someone has to step up in lieu of them. And Chino Mosqueda doing that job perfectly.
14 seconds to shoot here as we now enter the twilight zone. The final 2 minutes of this one brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a treat.
They're trying to go for that pick and roll via the switch. Although maganda ang tapik ng QC. 5 seconds left in the shot clock for Valenzuela.
Ubalde from the corner. Wala. Ball is up. It's with Jason Ballesteros.
No need for QC to be able to be rushing here in this possession. They have to execute to their best ability.
Sawat on the left side. Matched up against Mark Montuano. Sawat has 16 points in this one. Kawilan from downtown. That's short. Manligues rushing to the front court here for Valenzuela. Manligues back with it. Santos goes inside, almost stripped by Sawat. Dangerous pass received by Manligues, could not connect from the outside. Rebound cleared by Jason Ballesteros.
Not the best guy to take that last shot para dito sa Valenzuela. Usually the guy creating, but that was well defended against Dennis Santos. Manligues forced to shoot that three.
Under a minute to play. Sawat between the legs. Behind the back, the spin, off the glass, short. There's a foul against Valenzuela. It's on Mike De Los Santos.
And Valenzuela is in penalty, so that's going to be huge because that will mean 2 free throws para sa Quezon City here in the end game.
Both teams already above the limit here. There you see the coaching duo for Valenzuela, Congressman Eric Martinez and Coach Aldrin Morante. Jason Ballesteros now will be tested at the free throw line. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Mintis ang una for the former Gilas 1 player.
You know, among all the 5 guys, you're actually going to be thankful that Jason Ballesteros will be the one trooping to the line. Whatever happens, it's going to be a 1-possession ball game para sa QC.
Quezon City 5 out of 11 from the charity stripe. Now 5 out of 12. That was the first trip of Jason Ballesteros to the free throw line in this one. Manligues turns the corner, hands it off to Santos. Santos was blocked by Mosqueda. That was clean.
Possession stays in Valenzuela.
Ubalde attacks to the middle. Ubalde with the right hand, short. Ballesteros with the rebound. That's number 9 in the game.
No more shot clock here para sa Quezon City.
Quezon City with a chance to get this one out of reach. There's a foul against Valenzuela. They needed to give it up. Is it a foul or no? A stoppage of play because Ballesteros is down on the floor. He's holding on to his knee. And that is not a good sign.
We didn't really see the play right there, but a lot of action that was happening there. We do hope nothing serious para dito kay Jason Ballesteros.
Being helped up here by Chino Mosqueda. Take a look at what happened there. There was the rebound collected by Ballesteros, and then the collision with Dennis Santos didn't help that he landed on Mike De Los Santos after.
I think it was a hit on the groin area nitong si Jason Ballesteros. An accidental hit coming from Dennis Santos after that rebounding collision.
He still seems to be in pain here. But he's trying to shake it off. He knows how important this match is para sa kanyang kupunan.
There's going to be 2 free throws para dito kay Michael Are.
There's going to be a timeout here for Coach Ekay Macaraya and the Quezon City Toda Action party list. 16 seconds remaining in this game. They lead by 2 here. Juanito, it has been an exciting matchup between these two squads. Let's listen in to Coach Ekay Macaraya and Quezon City.
Five tayo, five. Okay, Michael.
Sino maging coach? Sino? Si Chino. Chino, ikaw dito. Saan ako? Dito. Yeah, dito ka, okay? Ikaw, dito ka, dito ka. Hey, makinig! Makinig. Chino, ikaw maglabas. 5 tayo. Oo, 5 tayo. 4. Dito ka. Move ka dito. Eke, pipik ito. Lalayo. Pagka-move sa labas. Angat ka ha. Walang nangyayari. Angat para makatanggap ng bola.
2 timeouts still remaining for Congressman Eric Martinez in the Valenzuela Classic. They're down by just 2 points here. If you're Valenzuela, Juanito, will you try to go for the quick foul or will you go for the steal first?
Oh, you have to get the quickest foul possible. There's only 16 seconds left and hope that they miss one of the 2 free throws.
Mosqueda triggers into Cawilan. There's the double. And the foul by Paulo Hubalde.
Only 3 seconds was trimmed away from that game clock. So still a good chance para dito sa Valenzuela.
So JP Cawilan will be taking these 2 free throws. Cawilan in this game has only missed once. He's 2 out of 3 from the charity stripe. Cawilan knocks down the first.
A struggle for Quezon City the whole ball game. Only 6 out of 13 in terms of free throws. But none bigger than these 2 coming from JP Cawilan. A make here will extend this to a 2-possession ball game.
Cawilan is now 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. In fact, his first miss of the season came tonight. There's going to be a timeout for Coach Congressman Eric Martinez, Coach Aldrin Morante, and the rest of the Valenzuela Classic. It's a 2-possession ball game here, Juanito. 71-67 will stay on the air here. What do you hope to see from this play drawn by Valenzuela?
Oh, they have to be able to get a bucket in a matter of 4 to 5 seconds. So kailangan mabilis ang pag-execute nitong Valenzuela. So let's listen in.
Pag-atake. Bon, angkat ako. Bigyan mo sinipigay ito ha. Bon, baka mo switch. Ikaw tumulong. Pag pinasa dito. Okay. Kung tumay doon, kakanti yan. Let's go, pare. Matagal pa.
Alright, so not really much to make of that huddle by Coach Aldrin Morante. Didn't really see what they drew up for that play. But who do you think will be taking this shot for Valenzuela?
It's 2 guys that you will only be looking at. It's Mark Montuano and Dennis Santos. But if you can get Dennis Santos wide open for a 3, then that is the best shot possible para di sa Valenzuela.
Manligues gets it to Lakap. Lakap still has it. Bienes well challenged that shot. That's an air ball. It will go the side of Quezon City.
They wanted to create a play para dito kay Dennis Santos, but that was well denied by Abdul Sawat. Off that play, gotta credit the defense of Abdul.
7 seconds remaining. Will Quezon City be able to get win number 11? Or will Valenzuela still pull out a miracle and collect win number 12? All Quezon City needs is to inbound the basketball. Cawilan gets fouled there by Montuano.
It's the best guy to give the basketball to JP Cawilan. See the frustrations of Valenzuela right here. They've been playing terrific. But 2 guys playing hard in the 4th quarter, getting the lead back. Chino Mosqueda and JP Cawilan. The Bullpups, Bulldogs are alive here in the game.
Valenzuela has been wanting so bad to get this victory. You saw that in them the entire match. The will to win from the veterans like Paulo Hubalde, Cyrus Baguio, Mark Montuano, Dennis Santos, and even Darren Manligues trying to pitch in to help the cause for the Classic. but Quezon City has been steady here in the end game.
Steady is a very good way to describe the game of Quezon City here in the end game. They did not panic. Nung lumamang ang Valenzuela, usually young teams would panic, but Quezon City stayed calm, stayed composed, and was able to regain the lead. Now they are up by 6 in the last 6 seconds of the ball game.
The Valenzuela Classic on the brink of losing here against the Quezon City Toda Action. And that's going to do it. That makes it official. The Quezon City Toda Action picking up win number 11 and tying Valenzuela at 11 and 13, one step closer to knocking off Rizal from that 8th spot in the north.
Very big win para dito sa Quezon City. We were talking about it earlier. One of the problems of QC is their youth in the end game. Today we did not see that. After all of their heartbreaking losses, they've learned, they've gained experience, and here they will be using that experience led by 2 Bulldogs in Mosqueda and JP Kawilan. They will be going home with a win here, and they will be one step closer in trying to get that 8th spot from Rizal.
Our best player of the game brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. A lot of great contributors for Quezon City here in this game, Juanito. But it was no question that we had to pick JP Kawilan.
Oh, JP Kawilan was huge in the second half. Only 8 points in the first half, but in the second half, getting 22 big points. But more importantly, the impact of JP in the end game to be able to regain their lead. That's going to be why he is going to be chosen the best player of the ball game. Well deserving is JP Kawilan.
73 to 67 is our final score. That's brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX, big win for the Quezon City Toda Action party list. JP Kawilan is at courtside with Mika Besames.
Maraming salamat, Tama Kahavi. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game. Walang iba kung hindi si JP Kawilan. Alam mo, JP, isa lang ang gusto ko sabihin sa'yo, napasaya mo ang larong ito sa performance mo ngayong gabi, lalo na yung 20 points mo sa 4th quarter out of your 31 points dito sa career high mo.
Yun lang, sabi kasi namin mga coaches namin, lahat kami kailangan namin manalo sa game na to. And yun lang, sana magtuloy-tuloy para kung may awa ang Diyos, makapasok kami na playoffs.
Marami nagsasabi na isa daw problema ng QC ay yung end game. Hindi nyo matapos-tapos sa mga laro. Pero sa araw na to pinatunayan nyo na hindi nyo lang natapos ang laro, kaya nyo pang humarap sa mga veterano.
Yun nga, credit sa mga point guard namin and sa mga defensive player namin na tulong-tulong kami para manalo sa game na to.
Maraming salamat, JP. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko yung family ko na nanonood ngayon sa Sampaloc, Isabela, and mga tito-tita ko sa Canada, sa Taiwan, and TGF, pati Team Safe. And yung Dreamer Clothing ni Ichi Altamirano. Tapos, yung team owner namin, si Boss Jobentay, Toda Action Party List, GNT Plasticware, Fighto Racing, Eco Drive, and lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa QC and sa MPBL.
Right, maraming salamat. Our Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game is JP Kawilan. Sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Javi and Juanito.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Big win for JP Kawilan and the rest of Quezon City Toda Action. Our games tomorrow. Such exciting matchups in store for us at the Cuneta Astrodome in Pasay City at 4 o'clock p.m. Caloocan will be facing Imus at 6 o'clock p.m. The battle of Northern Supremacy for Northern Supremacy between the San Juan Knights and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. And in our main game, the Pasay Voyagers will be defending their home floor against the Marikina Shoemasters. Thank you so much for joining us today here at the Paco Arena. For my partner, Coach Juanito Gregorio, our courtside reporter, Ms. Mika Abisamis, and for all the hardworking men and women of our production crew, This has been Avi Palanya saying good night from Sampaloc here in Manila City. This has been the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.